It exploded like a wildfire on live television, pure chaos, no warning. Just raw, unfiltered rage bursting into the open picture. This Mark Wahlberg, the gritty street kid turned Hollywood titan, striding onto the Jimmy Kimmel Live set with that trademark swagger. But tonight, something was off the air, buzz with tension, thick enough to choke on what began as a routine celebrity chat, plugging the new movie swapping laughs, spiraled into a brutal showdown. Wahlberg versus Kimmel, no holding back accusations. Flying like bullet security, rushing an audience frozen in disbelief by the end. One man walked away a hero, the other left broken, his career crumbling in front of millions. This wasn't just drama. It was a clash that shook late-night television to its core. Grab a seat, because I'm diving into every heated moment, the backstory, the raw truth nobody saw coming. Let's rewind to how it all ignited. Los Angeles, a glittering Tuesday night, where the city's shine masks, its underbelly. Jimmy Kimmel Live was taping, as usual, to set alive with that manufactured energy. Late night thrives on the audience had shuffled in hours earlier, a mix of starry-eyed tourists, diehard fans, and industry folks, all buzzing for some light entertainment. They had seen the promos. Mark Wahlberg was there to hype his latest film, a gritty tale of redemption set in his Boston hometown. Wahlberg had been on the show plenty before he and Kimmel had this easy rhythm, or so it seemed. Jokes about his Marky Mark rap days, his Calvin Klein ads, his big family light stuff. But beneath it all was something heavier. Wahlberg's past, the mistakes from his youth, had spent decades trying to outrun, hair race the deal. Mark Wahlberg wasn't always the polished star you see, born in Dorchester, a rough Boston neighborhood. He grew up in a packed house 9. Kids' parents split young streets that swallowed kids. Whole by 13, he was hooked on cocaine, running with gangs in and out of trouble. The big one at 16, he attacked 2 Vietnamese men in a racially charged assault, 1 loss, and he did time. 45 days in jail haunted him. He turned around, got clean, hit the gym, broke into music, then acting blockbusters like Boogie Nights, The Departed, Transformers, a family man. Now, for kids, a wife, businesses, everywhere he donated millions. Mentored youth, sought pardons for his crimes. Hollywood loves a redemption arc until they weaponize it. Jimmy Kimmel. He was a king of late night, turning sharp wit into gold. From radio pranks to hosting the Oscars, he built an empire on humor that cut deep but usually stayed playful. Lately, though, whispers said he was sharper, pushing boundaries for ratings in a world where streaming was killing traditional TV. Maybe it was pressure, maybe it was personal, nobody knows for sure. But that night, Kimmel came ready to draw blood. The show kicked off standard. The house band Cleto and the Cletones jam. Kimmel strutted out in a crisp suit, flashing that boyish grin monologue time. He riffed on politics, celebrity scandals, the usual. Then the intro, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the man tougher than a Boston blizzard and richer than a tech mogul. Mark Wahlberg. The crowd roared as Wahlberg stepped out, waving, flashing that megawatt smile. He looked sharp, tailored jacket, jeans, sneakers. He hugged Kimmel, sat down, but if he squinted, his eyes tightened just a fraction. Something was wrong. Kimmel leaned back, smirking. So, Mark, another action flick. What's it called? Mark Wahlberg beats up the world. Part 10, light chuckles from the audience. Wahlberg grinned. Play along, nod, Jimmy. It's called Second Chances. It's about a guy from the streets who screws up big but fights back. Kind of like life, you know. He was keeping it cool, hyping the film, dropping names of the cast and director. But Kimmel, he wasn't biting. Life, Huck. Kimmel said, his tone sharp as a blade. Nothing says real like a guy worth $500 million pretending. He's still scrapping in Dorchester. Come on, Mark, at 53, aren't you tired of playing tough guy? When you hang up the band, snickered. Audience giggled. But Wahlberg, his jaw, tightened, veins pulse in his neck, had heard this before. Jabs at his age, his image. But tonight, it hit different, maybe, because the movie was personal, tied his own. Story, Jimmy, he said, voice steady, accent thick. As long as people connect with stories of beating the odds, he'll keep telling them it's not pretending it's me. Kimmel smelled blood, leaned forward, eyes glinting me. Oh, right, the reformed bad boy, from beating people up to breaking box office records. Tell me, Mark, do your victims get a cut of your movie checks? Boomed the room. Went silent. Cameraman froze. Kimmel had gone to the 1988 assault. Not a vague jab, but a direct strike. Wahlberg's face hardened. His publicist in the wings grabbed her phone, fingers flying. This wasn't Banner. It was War. Jimmy, that's low. Wahlberg said, leaning in, voice firm. I was a dumb kid. 16, high on my mind. I did wrong, served time, apologized publicly, privately. I spent my life making amends, charities, mentoring, you name it. Why drag it up now? The audience shifted. A few murmurs. Kimmel. He doubled down, smirk, intact. Hey, I'm just asking what everyone's thinking. You preach second chances. But does that erase the damage? The guy you blinded, does he watch your comedies and think, wow, Mark's hilarious now? Wahlberg's hands gripped the armrest, knuckles white. He wasn't yelling, yet that was the scary part. His anger was tight. Like a coiled snake. You want to talk damage, Jimmy. Let's talk you as you sit here every night mocking people who can't fight back, celebs, politicians, regular folks. That's your game cruelty dressed as comedy. But when someone calls you out, you hide behind, it's just a joke, Kimmel laughed. But it was thin, nervous, whoa, touchy much this is late night. Mark chilled touchy. That word lit the fuse. Wahlberg stood slow, towering over the desk at 5'8". He's not huge, but built solid years of boxing weights. Kimmel seated, looked small, touchy. Try real Jimmy. I grew up with nothing dad, a truck driver mom working triple shift streets, full of drugs, fights. I messed up bad, yet on fought for everything. What about you, Brooklyn? Sure. But you had his soft radio gigs, TV breaks. Now you judge me from your fancy desk. The tension was a live wire audience. Members swapped wide. I'd looks the band leader Guillermo, Twitch producers in the booth, whispered frantically, cut to commercial. Let it ride for rating security crept closer, big guys in dark suits, earpieces. Humming Kimmel tried steering back Mark. Come on, sit. We're just talking, tell us about the movie. But Wahlberg, he wasn't sitting. Now you open this, you want to dig into my past? Fine. Let's dig into yours. How many guests have you humiliated? How many jokes went? Too far. Remember when you did blackface on the Man Show? Yeah, I know about that pot kettle. Kimmel's face went red. Head said sorry for that sketch years back. But Wahlberg throwing it back stung. That's old news, Mark. I've grown. Wahlberg laughed, no humor in a groan. Into what a bully. With a bigger stage you invite me promote. Then attack. That's not hosting, that's weak. Kimmel stood now desk between them like a shield. Weak him asking tough questions. Journalism, baby. Journalism, Wahlberg's voice roared, echoing. Off the set, this ain't Dateline, Jimmy. You're a comedian, entertain. Don't destroy the audience. Split some nodding with Wahlberg.